Alrighty, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Morning Coffee 236, and we got a lot of Trump news this morning. In fact, a flurry of it. I had to write it all down. It was quite so much. Alright, first of all, Trump is trying to get generals all over the world to attend a meeting with him and Pete Hegseth. So that's number one. And then let's see here. Trump says that he was incensed a little bit about the Ryder Cup victory that Europe, and so Europe started taunting him over it. So Trump was taunted over the Ryder Cup thing, and there was a very unusual post by Trump, I guess AI generated, where Trump is talking about med beds of all things. You know, the beds that the ETs have where you lay in it and it cures you of whatever ails you. And so Trump did a video, an AI video on that, and then took it down. I guess he's trolling people again. Now, is this technology real or fake? Well, the ETs probably have it, but we don't have it. I don't think. We might have it. But I mean, you know, the ETs, do the ETs have it? Probably. You know, but this has been something that's been bandied about quite a bit. And some have even claimed that they actually work, and you can pay $3,000, lay in the bed, but it'll only cure one disease. So, like, if you got arthritis, bursitis, cancer, lymphoma, and a whole shitload of other diseases, it's only going to target one and cure that. Okay, so obviously you'd want to cure the most dangerous, which would be the cancer. But the theory is you lay in this bed, and when you lay in the bed, it cures you of that disease, whatever it is, or it fixes a broken limb or whatever. So like the lymphedema in my body, I can ask it to cure or fix the lymphedema in my body, and it would do so. Now, this is technology that the ETs have. Do we have that technology? I doubt it, but we might. You know, there's speculation that we might have it. You know, like I said, there's people that are out there saying for $3,000 you can lay in the bed and get cured. So I don't know. You know, but it's out there. And Trump did a video on it, AI video on it, with his own daughter in there. So that was, you know, what's that all about, LP? But anyway, and then he took it down. So he must be trolling everybody. But hopefully they do have such a technology. That would be nice. Okay, what is this? Oh, yeah. The big news, obviously, is a shooting at a Mormon church. 4 people are confirmed dead, and many, many other people were injured when a ex-Marine, of all things, took his vehicle and rammed it into the Mormon church, then took gasoline and poured it everywhere and lit it and set the building on fire. He also went in screaming and shooting as he went. I wonder what he was screaming. Was he screaming Allah Akbar by any chance? I'm just curious. Anyways, but yeah, so he was an ex-Marine, they're saying, which means it was MK Ultra. The police apparently took down the perp. He is dead. He is dead as a mackerel. They shot his ass. So we'll see. And in other news, literally out of left field, MTG says, I am not suicidal. Okay, MTG, we believe you, but why are you saying that? just out of nowhere. I'm not suicidal. Well, apparently she's getting ready to bust a bombshell, or something's getting ready to go on, because you only say that if you think people's going to try to kill your ass and make it a suicide. So, but MTG just out of nowhere, I'm not suicidal. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's what's that all about, Alfie? But yeah, so a lot of Trump news this morning. I had to write it down. There was quite a bit of Trump news this morning, so I wrote it down. But yeah, so interesting that Trump did that thing on the med beds. That's pretty wild, huh? You know, does he know? Okay, you know, there's a lot of secret shit. There's a lot of black projects. There's a lot of stuff that the president may not necessarily be made aware of. You know, so, I mean, and then again, there might be stuff that he is aware of. Now, I know there was this situation years ago I forget if it was his first term or his second term. Trump just out of the blue, out of nowhere, says something to the effect of, we have amazing technology that the world isn't even ready for. And it's like, wait a minute, what? It just come out of left field, you know. Now, I can't remember if that was his first term or his second, but yeah, he said that. He just come out of nowhere with it. And it's like, what? Where'd that come from? So, you know, does Trump know something we don't? Yeah, maybe. You know, you never know. You never know. And my eyes watering again for some stupid reason. But yeah, you never know what's liable to be going on. But, you know, these medbed things, you know, people's starting to get happy, you know, that maybe this technology has been released by the ETs and that we are in possession of it. And if that's true, that's awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want to be cured, right? You know, I mean, what's wrong with that? But he took the video down. It was an AI generated video of him and Laura Trump, and they're talking about the med beds. And he took it down, though. It was on True Social, and he put it up and then he took it down. But it was AI generated. The question is, who put it up? Did Trump put it up? Did one of his aides put it up? Who made the video? Because it's obviously AI generated, so somebody made it. And it features, like I said, it features his own daughter in it. So, I mean, you know, what's that all about? Posing as a reporter, I guess. But I haven't seen the video myself, but I've seen a still picture of it. But interesting that they would be talking about med beds, isn't it? Yeah, very interesting. So, it is morning coffee, and we are here, and we are in the can. Yes, we are. What are we at? 426? 420, or 226, excuse me. 226. I'll have to look. I'll put up the correct number. But yeah, a lot of Trump news this morning. So much so that I had to write it down. And then, like I said, MTG just blurts out of nowhere, I'm not suicidal. So is MTG getting ready to drop a bombshell? Maybe. You only say that if you're getting ready to drop a bombshell and then you're worried about, you know, disappearing. That's the only time you say shit like that, right? So what does MTG know that you and I do not know? That's the question. And why would she say that? Unless she's getting ready to drop a bombshell, yeah. So, I wonder what she's getting ready to tell us. Because she's obviously she's gearing up to tell us something. Or she wouldn't have said that. So what is it she's getting ready to spill the beans on? Is she getting ready to tell us about all the corruption in Washington, D.C.? Too late, MTG. We already know that. We already know about all the corruption in Washington, D.C. That's why Washington, D.C. needs to be turned back into a museum. And the Act of 1878 and the Act of 1913 need to be abolished. Washington, D.C. needs to be turned into a museum. The capital needs to be moved back to Pennsylvania, or actually possibly somewhere in the middle of the United States would be better. And, yeah. Because if we repeal the Act of 1878 and the Act of 1913, guess what happens? We go back to being a republic again, guys. Wouldn't that be nice? We go back to being a republic again. That would be awesome. Anyways, just thought I'd give you some Trump news this morning on a morning coffee. And hope you all are doing well. I got my donuts over here. And I bought me 4 of them this morning. I was feeling extra hungry. So I bought me 4 donuts this morning. Bought me 4 donuts this morning. See my donut? There he is. One of them. One of my donuts. And I'm gonna consume them. And I'm gonna have me a good time this morning. Eating donuts and relaxing and watching the sun come up and shit. My buddies ain't out tonight. They weren't out last night either. I guess they're taking a break from whatever it is they do. But anyways, y'all have a wonderful day and a blessed tomorrow. Bye. you.